everyone, Dr. Shahrzad Niravi. Today I'm talking about the Walk It model, and this is a senior team alignment model. Why is it important to make sure your senior team is aligned? Because what you create together is what guides the organization. I spoke about the first step, walk the talk, in a previous video. Today I'm talking about A of Walk It, align your senior team. One of the things that's so important to create in your senior team is safety and an ability for each person to be able to share their thoughts. Oftentimes, the people who are sharing their thoughts are those who've been there longest, are those with extroverted personalities or very direct personalities, and that leaves some really vital information on the table from people who might be new to the organization and are still feeling things out before they say anything. For people who have a more introverted, quiet style, who may not always feel comfortable speaking up, and to people who have a more indirect style. Many people were raised in families where they were taught to not rock the boat, to keep things quiet, not cause trouble. And this is a family dynamic. There are many cultures that teach the same thing, to not rock the boat. And if you have team members who have grown up with any of these dynamics, that will make it harder for them to speak up. And so aligning the senior team means creating a safe environment for everyone to speak up and share their thoughts on what's going on in their function, what they think about the idea that you or someone else in the team has shared. So a couple questions as a senior team leader to ask yourself: do I give my team members a chance to share their ideas, share their suggestions, give feedback to one another, and object when necessary to other ideas? When we come to a solution together, and there's an art to doing that to make sure that you have truly heard from everyone, after the meeting, this is what happens when everyone walks out of the room. Do people still behave in an aligned manner? When one of their reports asks, what's that new plan that IT has going? Does the person say, it's okay, I don't love it? Or do they say, we have a really good start on it, there's a couple kinks, but we're working it out? People are listening, and if they sense any sort of dissonance, they start thinking this is not a good plan, and then they're not following through with it, and it cascades through the organization. So even if in that senior team meeting there is disagreement and everyone has shared their opinions and the CEO decides, look, this is the direction I want to go, please everyone support this, make a commitment to support it. This speaks to walking the talk, and it also speaks to the senior team being aligned. Something else to look out for in your senior team is if there are issues across functions, are the leaders having the courage to bring it up? Because these things fester, and at the end, they impact the team dynamic, the culture, and customers. So a few things to start doing. Seek input in an organized, methodical way. So before you have your meeting and you have sent your agenda, make it really clear what you're seeking input on and what you want the group to do together that day, whether it's brainstorm, problem solve, come up with a solution for a current issue. Second thing to start doing: when you hear something that doesn't sit well with you, see it through a lens of positive intent. Oftentimes, our brains tell us that someone is out to get us, throw us under the bus, they had a negative intent. Why don't we turn that around? First of all, slow down, turn it around and assume positive intent, and touch base with that person and ask them, when you were sharing your ideas, I noticed that you left what I had set out. I'm just wondering if we can talk about that. And last, make it a practice to have meetings that are efficient for bringing the collective wisdom of the group together. All too often there are status meetings, and that is not the best use of everyone's time. And I've talked about status meetings in other videos and how to make your meetings really active. So here's to you creating an aligned senior team, moving in the same direction, having the freedom to speak their minds and stand up for one another's initiatives. A powerful culture starts with you. If what I've shared with you today resonates with you, please feel free to hit subscribe. please feel free to read A Powerful Culture Starts With You or listen to it. It's on Audibles and in my voice. And last, please feel free to reach out and we can have a conversation.